What's up, YouTubers? I'm here on a Sunday. I hate working on Sundays, but you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. I did a rack and pinion on a 2011 Ford Transit van, Transit Connect, and once I got the rack and pinion done, I found a second leak. It was on the return line, so I wanted to give some tips on getting that return line out of here. It's kind of difficult, and also you might have a hard time finding it. There's a couple different lines listed in ALLDATA depending on the production date of the van, like mid month or something like that. It's really kind of weird, but I was able to find the one that we need at AutoZone, so check them first. Anyway, let me show you what's going on here. So you're definitely going to need to remove basically everything, the battery and the air filter housing and the ECU. It's really simple to do, except for when you get to the battery tray. More than likely you're going to have some rusty bolts to deal with, probably have to break one, but you'll get it out. Just keep fighting it. You really need to get it out of there to make room. So the line, of course, as you know, goes down to the rack and pinion. You're going to disconnect the line down there at the rack and pinion, and then you're going to fish it through here. But what you need to do first, hang on, let me lift this up so I can show you. Alright, so when you get to the connection underneath the van, you're going to find that it's a special connection. See that right there? It's got four little lockers on it. And they make a special tool for it. However, I have these fuel rail disconnect lines, and I use this second one right here, second to the smallest. And what I did was put these cracks to where they weren't where the lockers are, so all four lockers were actually touching it. And then I also sprayed it with some WD-40, and I was able to push that on hard enough to pull the hose out of there. Once you get that out of there, which actually isn't that bad at all, it's just kind of stuck, so WD-40 will be your friend on that. Once you get that out of there, though, you're going to find that the line runs along a whole bunch of these clips. So you want to get all these clips off all the way up and over to where the line is. Let me bring it back down and I'll show you how to get the line out of there. Alright, and these steps will actually, they'll work for the high pressure line too, because it follows along the exact same path. So this is your high pressure line. So again, remove the line from all the clips that go along here, and then what you're going to do is start fishing it out through here. It's going to wrap behind the high pressure line, so you need to pull it through right here and then hold on to that end of the line as you work it through. You do not have to disconnect the coolant hose. When you get to this point, just lift up on your hose and you'll be able to push it through there. That's why you want to have your hand on the end that reaches the rack and pinion. Just keep pushing it through, lift up your hose, push it through there. It's going to try to snag on all these other lines. Just keep working it through, and then it'll drop right down. Very simple. It's actually really simple to do. It sounds harder than it is. The biggest fight that I had, honestly, was the stupid battery tray. But besides that, everything else went really smoothly. So again, this is something you can also do for the high pressure line too. So no reason to disconnect the coolant hose. You can definitely maneuver around it. Hope this helps you guys. Have a great day.